pleasure to have Comrade Adeniyi Alimi Sulaiman, the Executive Chairman, Center for Human Rights and Social Justice, in the studio today. Comrade, it's a pleasure having you on SaharaTv.
Thank you very much, sir.
We're looking at the issue of the $1 billion that the federal government is going to be withdrawing from the Excess Crude Account in order to fight the insurgency of Boko Haram. What is your perspective about this decision based on the controversy that has entailed it?
It is a political jamukolo. It is a neka. Because for the president of the country, that his own minister for information, Palai Mohammed, absolutely and critically exposed it into the whole world that they have been won the war of the Boko Haram. Technically, they still have temerity before the Nigerians that they still remove 1 billion naira out of $1 billion out of $2.3 billion of the money of SS Crude Account, from the SS Crude Account. Heka, it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. Even though, if Nigerians want to take the necessary action, it will be beyond the expectation of the president. Because for the first president to call those governors that they call themselves Nigeria Governors Forums, even that Nigeria Governors Forum is illegal. There's no any law that is established that Nigeria Governors Forum. We have seen it since when I was the state executive of the National Consensus Party member in 2006, 2007. That Governors Forum is illegal. They have to abrogate it. They still have got to have a meeting with the Vice President. Then it's an embarrassment and corrosive insult to the nation for the Vice President, the professor of law, and to allow that kind of atrocity to accept that kind of things before him. In fact, it's a sad situation. That $1 billion is almost over 365 million naira. Even the population of the country, if they are segregating that money 1 million to 2 million naira, I think that will satisfy us. Then they have won the Boko Haram. They still want to use that kind of time in order to use Nigerian money to mobilize their people for the 2019 election. We can't allow that kind of things. But we can't blame that presidency much. We can blame our House of Senate. I can call them, I don't have any apology for anybody, I can call them rubber stamp House of Senate. Because it's the duty of the House of Senate to make sure to monitoring the situation of the presidency. They have power to challenge the president, to call them into the order, to call them to the House of Senate. During the time of this, the former leader of that Boko Haram, Mohammed Yusuf, before Abubakar Sekau, they have to call the governor that are in power then, which is Alimadu Serif. What happened to the situation of the things? Alimadu Serif is moving from one place to another. They have to call him. They have to send the incumbent governor that they call himself the chairman of the illegal governors forum. What is causes of all this problem? But that is the thing that the presidents too have been agitating for in Niger Delta now. There's a Biafra group or something like that. They have fundamental right to have their own group. By the virtue of Section 40 and 41 of the apex law of the Federation, that is 1999 Constitution, as amended. Even if the leader, Nnamdi Kanu, says something that is against the president, says something that is against Nigerian, you have to know the way that you can settle the situation, not to send the troop of the military to that place to scatter them. That is what they did for Mohammed Yusuf. Before those Boko Haram members escalate from one place to another and reorganize themselves to start their own atrocity. So instead for the president to caution the people and to advise the people and to set up the people that can advise those Biafran people that I will make sure to do the necessary thing that you need, because they have right to agitate for their own fundamental right. Even it's in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 5, that you can agitate for your fundamental, even it's in the Quran, Surah to Nisa, Quran 4, verse 74 to 76. Even to have an organization, Surah to Quran, Quran 3, verse 104. There's nothing, nobody can stop anybody to have a group.
We all come from different backgrounds. That's what unites us. We all know life is about freedom of choice, and money transfer should be the same way. Introducing MoneyGram My Way. Send and receive money just about anywhere, using whatever method that works best for you.
You mentioned the National Assembly as being culpable as far as this matter is concerned. Are there legal requirements that for approving extra budgetary allocations like that kind of funds? Are there not supposed to be approval from the National Assembly? How culpable is the National Assembly in this regard?
There's no any law that is allow any president or any governor or anybody to do behind the door budget after the main budget that you have presented in the House of Senate. But if anybody present any law, it's a draconian law. Because not all of the legal practitioners that I've seen in Nigeria now, we can call them a competent legal practitioner, because we have almost 7 or 8 legal practitioner types. There's a competent legal practitioner, human rights legal practitioner, charge and bail legal practitioner, legal diligence, and a typical series of legal practitioner too. But all of them, they always call themselves as a learner person. No! We can't call all of them a learner person. Many of them are legal diligence, which they don't have medulla oblongata to apply for the olfactory lobe to be a magnetism and pragmatism. For the House of Senate, they have to act fast to call the president, because the president of this country, Muhammadu Buhari, committed a lot of atrocity and violated a lot of constitutional aspects by the virtue of Section 131, subsection 2 of this law that is stated it there. I'm not the one that's written this law. It has been written by Mohammed Abubakar's regime. Section 131, subsection 12C says president must present his own secondary school certificate. Up to today, our president refused to provide his own real secondary school certificate. Instead of that, there's one legal practitioner attend to the court of law in the federal capital territory, Abuja. They want to go and tackle that kind of litigation. They brought almost 36 or 37 senior advocates of Nigeria. Before the president can present NECO result, he started to call the press people, granted the press conference, instead for you to do the more photocopy of your result. As the people challenge you that you don't have a result, just to do the more photocopy and distribute it from one place to another to the people that this is my secondary school certificate. He refused to do is the violation of the section 130, I think that is section 134 of subsection 1D of the 1999 Constitution as amended. That is one criminality aspect of the presidency movement. The second one is section 144 of the same 1999 Constitution. Let the people go and read it. The president must tell us the situation of his own head. He can't use our money to move from one place to another. Move to Germany today, London tomorrow, America day after tomorrow. It's a wasting of our resources. It's a political, economic, and financial banking motion, which we are ready to counterpose, absolutely and legally, with locomotive law.
This government said it is pursuing a change agenda. I mean, yet they have not revealed to Nigerians the level of success they've recorded as far as the insurgency is concerned. They have not really been accountable as far as the security situation in the North State is concerned. They have not even, accounted or been transparent enough to tell Nigerians the amount of public funds that have been invested in combating terrorism. How sincere is this government's change agenda, especially its anti-corruption war? Would you say it's sincere?
When it is a pity, because anytime that you want to, as Professor Gofrin Parinda says in his one book, anytime that you want to characterize the character of characterism, you must constructively criticize the characteristic of characterism. See someone that is saying that want to make a change. The APC government They engaged Jonathan based on the money that Jonathan want to borrow 1 billion from one country. Based on this insurgency issue, you still want to fall into the trap of that Jonathan system again. You want to make a change, you appointed Minister for Transport, which is Rotimi Amechi, which a lot of petitions had been landed into your table from his own state, not written by an ordinary person. The authentic citizen of that state by the virtue of Section 25, citizen by birth, not by ordinary registration. Even if it's a citizen by registration, accepted by the Section 26 of the amended Constitution 1999, as amended too. They wrote a person from that of Assembly there. They said that most of our Assembly there they are PDP member. Can you see? Amechi is still in the power. He's still the minister of the change government. They challenge Minor, challenge SGF or no, something like that. Challenge SSS wrote a letter to the House of Senate that EFCC chairman involved in this atrocity. Instead for the president to investigate the situation, they still pampering, monitoring the situation of the Magun to become an accepted chairman of the EFCC. Who is fooling who? Is it possible for the someone that is half a dirty mouth, dirty teeth, to tell another person that your mouth is dirty? That is why you have seen that former director of SSS to refuse to attend to their invitation. The same thing happened to that lad, the former CCB chairman too. He refused and disagreed to attend and recognize EFCC invitation letter 3 times. It is because they have discovered a lot of discrepancies, lacuna, that is not portrayed that government as a change government. Even Buhari that is agitating our president, that is want to make a change, is because many of them does not know him. Buhari telling us that he does not have more than one house in Daura and in Kaduna. There's no any other. Later we discover that he has a lot of buildings in somewhere else. Then he told us that he didn't collect his own pension and others. It's a lie. See the situation of the miners issue. If Nigeria refuses to talk, they will make sure to ratify the situation of the things for minor.
How do Nigerians get themselves out of this manacle or shackles of a government that is not sincere, a corrupt government? How do Nigerians, what advice will you give Nigerians?
I want my people, Nigerians, most especially the masses, they have to continue to challenge these people legally, constructively, because by the virtue of Section 39 of the same Nigerian Constitution, allow the people to say your mind to your government. They encave themselves by the virtue of Section 308 that immunity is covering them. Even based on the change that they are talking of, they are embezzling our money, looting our treasury, encroach it and scandalize it into their own personal account. There's no any anti-graft agency that have capacity to effect the arrest. Personally, I wrote 7 petitions against one governor, the governor of my state, instead for the EFCC to do the proper investigation to authenticate the veracity of empirical report in any competent court jurisdiction. They refuse up to today. I decided, I concluded in my mind that I will go to the court of law to compel the EFCC to do their own statutory duty. Because you have to investigate them first. You don't have right to arrest, but arrest them. But what of those people that they are working together, those commissioners? There's no any immunity that is covered commissioner. It is only governor, deputy governor, president and vice president till the time of their tenure. That is why you have seen all the governor of the state. When they want to finish their tenure in the state, they will make sure to agitate for the House of Senate in order to use that one too. But it's because our Senate House too is not clean. They always cover corrupt people. Nigerians need to continue to constructively criticize this government and any government that they discover that is not genuine and deliver the dividends of democracy for them. Nigeria need to continue to agitate for their own fundamental right. Don't expect anybody because they're expecting that it's only human rights activists that can agitate for them. No! You can agitate on your own side too. Because you can do your own according to your capacity. That is what I know. But many of them, when they are criticizing government today, the chairman of local government or council will call them tomorrow and collect bribe. It's the part of bribe too. If you collect something and keep you quiet, That is why they don't have an opportunity to do that one for the many people that they call themselves an activist. That is why you have seen them that they still continue to say something. We still continue to say something and rely on Section 143 to tell the House of Senate to remove our president in time. The man is not satisfied the country's citizen. We have to make sure to put this government on its toes and to let them know that we are not a people that are expecting 1,000, 5,000 naira from you. We continue to agitate and to pray to the Almighty Allah. I believe one thing, that the situation of the things will change to the better.
Thank you very, very much.
God bless you, sir.
We all come from different backgrounds. That's what unites us. We all know life is about freedom of choice, and money transfer should be the same way. Introducing MoneyGram My Way. Send and receive money just about anywhere, using whatever method that works best for you.